In this video, we'll walk through the process of creating a named provider for Google so that you can use the Google API to upload videos to YouTube. So you'll start off by going to the Google Cloud API dashboard, where you can create a new application and set the appropriate scopes and enable the appropriate APIs. So let's go here and start out by creating a new application. So I'll go here and say new project, and I'll give the project a name. I'll call it YouTube AA demo, and then I'll just go ahead and click create, and then I'm going to go here and select that project that I've just created. So I'll go here, and it's still being created, so then I'll go there and select it. So now we're using the YouTube demo. So the first thing we need to do is go to APIs and services and enable the Google YouTube API. So we'll go over to enable APIs, then we'll search here for Google. So we'll go there and choose this one, the Google Data API, the YouTube Data API, and we'll say enable. So once we've enabled this, the next step is to go to the OAuth consent screen over here, and we're going to say that this is going to be, we'll say that we could say it's an external app, in which case we need to submit the app to Google for approval, or we can specify for testing purposes a list of allowed emails, allowed users who can authenticate. So we'll go ahead here and say create. So we'll give it a name. So we'll go here and say YouTube video upload AAA, and then we'll go here and we'll type in an email address for the support. We can leave that blank, we can leave all of this blank, and then we can just go here and we'll have to type in a developer address. So I'll just go here and type in my email. Hit save and continue. And now we can go and add or remove scopes. So we can filter here's YouTube, so we'll go here and select the YouTube Data API. So we've done that now. The next thing we need to do, so we're going to go ahead here and say save and continue. And then we can go and add users. So these are going to be the users who are allowed to use this API. So until this has been, application has been approved by Google, only the people that you list in testing can use it. So I'll go here and I'll just type in my own email. And I'll type in and then I'll go ahead and click add, and then save and continue, and then go here and back to dashboard. So now that I've configured the OAuth screen, the next thing is to go to credentials and say add new OAuth credentials. So I'll say create credentials. I want OAuth credentials, and this app is it's a web app. So I'll just choose web application. I'll leave all of those items blank, and then I'll go to the authorized redirect URIs, and I'll basically type in the URI of my application. But for testing purposes, I'm going to be using live preview. So I'll add in a live preview URL here. So we'll go here to add a URI, and I'm going to go there and I'll type in my URI. So this is my website for localhost. This is my localhost IP address. So if I want to use localhost, I need to type in a second URI that actually has localhost. Then this is the port that I'm running on, and then this is live preview, which is where I'm running, and then this is the name of the page that we're going to use for authentication. So this is a system page that Alpha Anywhere automatically creates. So I'm going to go ahead now and say create, and then this is going to give me my client ID and my secret, which I'm going to now copy to the clipboard because I'm going to need those when I create my named provider. So I'll just go ahead and copy these to the clipboard and then save them for future use, and I'll go copy my client secret over there and copy that and paste that in. So at this point now I'm done with creating my new YouTube demo project, so I can go back to Alpha. So let's go back to Alpha now, and the first thing we're going to do in Alpha is go and create a named provider. So I'm going to go here to Tools, Named Providers, and I'm going to create a new named provider, and I'll call it YouTube Demo Alpha Anywhere, and my provider is going to be Google OAuth. So here's my client ID that we got from the Google project screen. So I'm going to copy this and just go ahead and paste it in. Then I'm going to go get my secret and paste that in. Then I can leave the test redirect URL blank. I don't need that. Then I'm going to go to my authorization options, and I'll say for Google I want to use the suggested parameters, which basically, so I've chosen access type offline because that's going to get me a refresh token, and then I want to prompt the user for permission every time. So I'll go ahead and click OK. And then click OK there. And then the next thing is scopes and APIs. Scopes, so I want the YouTube scope, so I'm going to go there and click the hyperlink to bring up the list of Google API scopes. So I'll go here and type in YouTube. And then I'll just select everything. Click OK. Click OK, and then click OK, and click OK, and OK. So I've now configured this. So now what I'm going to do is create a UX then the next thing I need to do is create a table in a SQL database where the access token will be stored. So I'm going to go now to project properties and go down to where is it? Authentication keys, and you can see I've already got it configured. I've got a connection string to a MariaDB database, and I've got a table there called auth keys. So auth keys is where this table is going to be where my credentials are stored, so that I can access them later on without having to go through an authentication flow. So if I go look at that table right now, let me just go and clear it out so there's no records in the table. So we'll go here and clear that out. And then we'll clear out this record here. So there should be no records in the table at this point. So the next thing we're going to do is go and create a UX component that's going to have a button on it to allow the user to authenticate. So we'll go there and we'll put in a button, and then we'll say authenticate. Then we'll go to action JavaScript and we'll say OAuth. So we'll go here and get an OAuth access token. You can also get access token for application level tokens. So an application level token is a token that is used by all users of the application, whereas a regular token here is one where each user authenticates for themselves, and that's based on the logged in user. So I'm going to go there and just do that, and I'll choose my provider. So I'll go here and choose Google YouTube Demo AA. That's the one we just created. And I'll say I do not want to use redirect, and I don't want to show the confirmation dialog. So I'll go there and save this, and I'll call it authenticate. And then I'll run it. Press the authenticate button. So up comes the Google authentication screen. So I'll choose my account. I'll give permission, and now if we go to the database here and do a refresh, we'll see that there's a new record here, and the tokens, the access token and the refresh token, have been stored in the database. And since I was not logged into the Alpha Security Framework, the username is none. But if I had been logged into the Alpha Security Framework, then the name of the current user would have been stored here, and each user would have their own set of tokens. So now that I've got these tokens, I can go ahead and upload to YouTube. So I'll just pause now while I get that set up. So we're back here at the interactive window. We're going to use this function here, storage upload video to YouTube. And this function takes these arguments: the name of the named provider, the file name of the video that we want to upload, the item name, which is how it will appear in the YouTube list, the description, and then the title that we want to assign to it. So I'll go here and say, I'll change my description to description demo upload, and I'll change this to title demo upload. So now I'll go ahead and run this. I'll go ahead and just run that there, and then press enter again. So now it's completed. If I go look at P, it shows me that there were no errors at all. And now if I go to my YouTube channel, and let's just go over to my YouTube channel here, my videos, and there's the video that we uploaded. So what we've shown in this video is how to configure your Google account, how to create the named provider, and then how to use the A5 storage YouTube upload video function. Thanks very much.